Hello lovely world hearts, it's Lisa here. How are you? Got another reading for you. I wonder if this one is for you. Remember, if the reading doesn't resonate with you, then you don't need to claim it. You can just take what resonates and leave the rest. This isn't about me predicting the future. This is about you tuning into your own energy, your own intuition. And today is about stepping into your queen energy. I wonder if this is like a 2024 energy that's coming in for lots of women. This is about claiming your sovereignty and stepping into your own power, isn't it? So today I'm using cards from these cards here are from Story Card Deck by Kathy Nichols. There isn't a box for that, but they're up there. See them there? They're on my pile. And then also I'm using the Dreaming Way Tarot, these little cards here to clarify the reading. And also we're going to take some messages from Believe in Your Own Magic, which is about self-love and self-care. And I'll also be using my friend's tarot deck because I really like that one at the moment. Little nod to Matthew Perry there, who crossed over the Rainbow Bridge this year. So yes, how do you feel about the energy of being a queen? What does that bring up for you? I think if we had mothers who expected the world to revolve around them, they were an entitled queen that felt that their children owed them something just because they had the name of mother, that we might shy away from the word queen because we might want to be the complete opposite to that. But in doing that, we deny ourselves our own power, because there is a way to be a queen and step into your own power without trampling on other people or making unreasonable demands on other people or acting like other people owe you, or the rules don't apply to you. So if we start off here with this Unity card, let's pick this one up and have a little looky at this one. If you're journaling along with today's reading, which I would encourage you to do so, I'm a huge fan of journaling with the cards. Always after I pull a spread, I go off into my journal and use the free fall journaling technique. Now, if you've been to my journaling workshops, and there's a whole playlist in here on journaling, and also I have some journals in Etsy that you might like to buy, because that will they've got guidance and questions in them for you to reflect on. But self-reflection is such a good skill to have, and it's also a very powerful healing tool. So Unity, what are you drawn to here? There's a sense of solitude and loneliness to this card. I wonder if you being your full self, because Unity for me is about all parts of you coming together to be healed. Because when we have trauma, our psyche is split off into different pieces, and part of healing is going off to find the lost, frozen, wounded parts of us and bringing them back into our psyche so we can become whole. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. You're perfect just as you are. But that is part of the healing journey, and it involves spiraling in deeper and going within and getting to know yourself. But I get a sense of loneliness. I get a sense of there's a fear of I'm going to be really alone if I fully show up as myself. If I fully show everyone who I am I going to scare them away? No, you're not. Because if people get scared away by you fully stepping into your power and being yourself, well, it begs the question, what were they getting out of you before, when you were easily controllable and manipulated because you didn't have any power? But also I'm drawn to the water here. There's a lot of blue water, which signifies emotion. So there's emotional healing in this card. There's emotional healing in stepping into your power. So then we have the card of the Queen, and then we have the card of well-being. Now I get a sense that something is upsetting your balance, your emotional balance. So maybe you're getting triggered a lot by things around you. Now, I think triggering or being triggered is an opportunity to take back your power, to step into your power, to learn what your triggers are trying to teach you. Like all emotions are messages, they all have something to teach us. And sometimes I think we think that triggering is a bad thing, and we end up avoiding people, places, situations that maybe remind us of our past. And then we're not exercising that muscle and learning and growing, because our triggers will bring us into balance. And when we're fully feeling all of our feelings, that's when we're happy. You can't selectively numb feelings. You can't just cherry pick the good ones. But, fear, shame, guilt, anxiety, all of those low level ones, you have to know how to dance with them. I don't know why I'm saying you have to know how to dance with them. I think you have to be able to know how to sit with them and know what they mean, and know that actually, especially shame I'm thinking of there, if it's shame, because I'm drawn to this dark card. So this card actually says soulfulness, but it's upside down and it's surrounded by darkness, which for me is like guilt, shame, fear. And you've got to be able to know how to sit in the darkness in order to come forward and claim who you really are, to fully express yourself. And there's an opportunity coming up here for healing. There's an opportunity. These triggers are opportunities to bring you into balance, for you to find out what makes you happy. It's balancing the masculine and feminine energies. You've got two birds there. One I think represents the masculine, one it represents the feminine. We've all got masculine and feminine energies inside of us. But over here with this opportunity card, so there's this opportunity for healing, but there's some confusion around it. Look at the clouds around the coffee cup. And I think staying confused about it is what's keeping you stuck. Confusion can be a way that we end up staying up in our heads, trying to wrestle with something, making it right or wrong. But actually we need to drop down into our heart space and fully feel all of our feelings, get in these emotional waters. Because once we are in our feelings and these clouds clear and we let go of the confusion, then synchronicity show up. So life will start bringing us stuff and it will make more sense. Now I pulled some more cards on this confusion, and this is what I got. I got the Ace of Swords, but it's reversed. So the Ace of Swords up the right way is the truth. So I think that someone is not telling the truth to themselves. You're fibbing to yourself about something. So that's why you're staying in confusion, because it's more comfortable to stay in that space than actually look at the truth. And the reason I know that is because I also got the Queen of Cups. Look, there's your Queen, but she was upside down. The Queen of Cups is full of intuition and emotions. She can do emotions. She's mastered her emotions. She's highly intuitive. There's your Queen, if she's upside down. Swords are also thoughts, so I think you're probably up in your head a lot and not connected to your feelings. Because they were both upside down. Does that make sense? And also, we got the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is the card of cheating, lying and stealing. So I think you're not telling the truth to yourself about something, and there's something you need to see here, and you're keeping yourself in a space of confusion because that's more comfortable for you than facing the truth. Wow, that's a strong message, isn't it? Let's go over here and learn more about what we need to do about this situation. How we can come back into alignment with our soul. And again, look, there's a heart there. There's a heart there, and next to this, there's a heart here, and there is a cross. So the cross is making me think of Jesus on the cross as a sacrifice, and I feel like the cards are almost saying, you don't need to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. You don't need to sacrifice yourself to receive love. Look at all the hearts. 1, 2, 3. And then the cups of love. So we've got our Queen of Cups. So this for me also is the highly sensitive person, which are the types of people that I work with. I work with HSPs and empaths. I help them get back in touch with their feelings, which are mostly blocked by grief and trauma. And I also help them tune back into their intuition, because when we were children, we had to be cut off from our intuition in order to survive. And so it's bringing all that stuff back online and bringing it into balance. Let's see, look at the children. The children are playing. It is the inner child that we need to go back and rescue. She doesn't have to keep putting herself, sacrificing herself, putting herself last, putting other people first, and to the detriment of herself. Let's have a look here. I've got a whole pile of tarot cards here more about this situation. So the Page of Swords. See, this is very childlike again in the onesie with the dummy. This is about the way that you see yourself, but it's your inner child. It's your inner child. It's a part of you. It's not all of you. It's a part of you that needs to see yourself in a different way and find your words and stand up for yourself. And the reason I know that is because we got the Eight of Cups and it was reversed. So the Eight of Cups would normally mean walking away from something, like something's finishing and you need to walk away from it. But it was upside down. So it's saying, no, don't walk away from it. Don't run away from it. Don't avoid it. Five of Wands. You need to face it head on. Whatever it is, don't be afraid of it. Face it head on. Stop hiding away in these clouds of confusion, because it's making you miserable. Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. It's the card of happiness, but it's upside down. This situation that you're refusing to look at or you're staying in confusion about is making you really miserable. So it's time to tell the truth to yourself. Admit to yourself it's not working. Admit that you're miserable. Look, you're in denial. She's sat there going, I don't know what to do and I'm refusing to look at it. I don't know whether it's this sword or that sword. See, back in the confusion again. You know exactly what to do. Put your hands on your heart. Put your hands on your heart and close your eyes and ask yourself, what is it you need to see? What is it you're not seeing? What is it you don't want to look at? And unfortunately, there is some betrayal going on here. The Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords also means that something's coming to an end. But I think this is self-betrayal. I think you're betraying yourself. You're sacrificing yourself. You're setting yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Take care of your needs. What are your needs? Right, let's move these out the way. They're good, those cards. They all fell out together and I was like, oh, they tell a nice little story, don't they? Sorry, look, I've got my very old dog-eared onesie on while I'm doing this to keep me warm. Right, now these are the cards that are outcomes or advice that are going to help us claim our power back and deal with this confusing situation. So what we need to do is, look at that, surround ourselves with love. Who are the people that we are knocking about with? Are they good for us? Do they make us feel good? Do they cheer us on? Notice that it's women. See, if you have a mother wound, then it might be, and your mother was vindictive and jealous and competitive and spiteful, which is it's that Queen in reverse, and a lot rageful. Then you might attract women into your life who are like that, who might stab you in the back, who might talk about you and gossip about you behind your back, who might use you. They see you as a thing to be used, not as a person. They're not interested in a healthy relationship. So first of all, make sure that you're surrounded by good people. Oh, it's the castle again. The castle's really significant for me, but obviously, look, the Queen lives in a castle. So actually, I think it's saying, don't fight this situation anymore. Stop fighting yourself, because your intuition is trying to tell you, your heart knows, your soul knows what it is you're meant to be doing. So instead of focusing on fighting with yourself, having a battle with yourself, it's time for healing now. 3 and 0 make 3, and that's the energy of expansion. So you need to expand your energy in order to step into this Queen role. And I think you do that by connecting to your feelings, but also making sure that the energies around you are not toxic, that they're loving and caring and safe. Yes. take yourself out on a date. Or get out in nature is also what I'm getting from that. Make yourself a cup of tea. Just sit down and be present. Enjoy that cup of tea. Put your feet up. This is about spending time with yourself and getting to know yourself. I think Julia Cameron, who does the Artist's Way, and that's where I get my part of my journaling technique from, she talks about, I think they're called art dates, but you know, every once in a while you put a date in the diary, and it's not cancel. You can't blow yourself out, because then you would be letting yourself down, wouldn't you? You'd be abandoning yourself, showing up for yourself regularly, creating that bond of self-trust with yourself, saying, look, when I say I'm going to do something, I follow through. Woo, which one of those 3 cards? Write me in the comments. My voice has gone then. Excuse me. Ooh. Something about speaking up and asking for time to yourself. Maybe you need to set boundaries with people who are making demands on your time. You don't have to always say yes to people. You can say no. Which one of these 3 cards speaks to you the loudest? Do you need more loving, supporting, encouraging folk around you? Do you need to stop fighting with yourself and focus on your healing? Come back to you. Focus on your inner world and what's going on for you, because that's where your point of power is. That's what you're in control of. Or do you need a bit of you time? Do you need to take yourself on a date? Drop me in the comments, 1, 2 or 3. Which one of those cards is an action that you want to claim and own today to help you take back your power and step into your sovereignty? Right, we've got one more card here. Let's pull the final card. Now, this might look like an odd one, but if you read the back, it's quite fitting. Stop comparing. Do you compare yourself to other people? Do you think, why is my life not like their life? Perhaps your life's not meant to be like their life. It's meant to be like your life. Apples don't compare themselves to oranges. Stars don't compete with other stars. Yeah, this is about competition. I was picking up on that. Like, if you had a jealous mother that competed with you, especially if you're an empath and you've got a bright light, you will attract people who are jealous and want to pull you down and aren't collaborative. They are destructive, and they will compete like a force that's competing against you. They know there's room for all to shine in this ever-expanding universe. Yeah, there's room for everyone. So embrace your differences, celebrate your quirks and kinks. Bring your fullest expression of self forward and champion others when they do the same. Yes, being around women, there's something in this reading about being around women who are supportive and kind, and you know, they want the best for you. They're not competing. They're not jealous. Don't tolerate that energy. It's horrible. If you've watched my reading on the mother wound that I did the other day, I talked about people being in my Facebook group, and actually there were quite a lot of competitors. There were other coaches and writers and other businesses in that group, and they were very, very quiet. And I thought, why are you here? Why are you people here? They definitely weren't supportive. And you would think, being coaches, that they would do that, but they didn't. So that was disappointing for me. But I'm not focusing on them. I'm not starting a war with them. You can't win with those people. It's not about winning. It's not the right word. But you can't. Don't focus your attention on those people. Don't. You never, ever. Like, you're not here to convince people to love you. You don't have to. You are lovable. Find the people that love you. And it starts off by loving yourself. Showing yourself that you're worthy of love. Oh, what a lovely reading. That's brilliant. If you like that reading, please give it a like. And as I say, put your emojis in the comments below. Ones that I'll know what they mean, that resonate with the cards here. And also to let you know that I'm currently taking orders for 2024 energy readings. And I'll put a link in below if you'd like a reading with me. They're about 30 minutes of audio. You get a picture of the cards, so it's like having your own personal podcast download. Those of you that like listening to my podcast, the Wildheart Diaries, will know that you're probably connected into the energy of my voice, and you quite like that. And it's looking at the energies that you're sitting in at the end of 2023, and then moving forward into 2024, what you can expect to face and what will help you navigate next year. All right, so that's your reading for today, lovely Wild Hearts. I really hope you have a lovely day. Thanks so much for being here. Sending everyone lots of love, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.